Salut à tous, c'est Goldo. Allez, la suite de ce matin, session 8. Après quelques échanges sur Rocket League, on va attendre un brin la Missili. Sissoko. L'histoire qui suit cette histoire, comme ça il pourra la critiquer de tout son soul, en connaissance de cause. Alors... Ah, le voilà, l'ami Silly. Merci. Non, j'ai fait des échanges sur Rocket League, c'est pour ça que j'ai un peu traîné. Let's go. Ah, j'ai oublié d'allumer la lumière. Attends 2 secondes, il faut que je pose mon kawa. Le voilà, la lumière. La voilà. Je me disais, la lumière, c'est pas la même que d'habitude. J'ai pas ma tronche rouge. Ça va mieux là, non? Alors. Bah, il y a des nouveaux objets là. Non, mais on s'en fout, ça, c'est la musique. On va y aller juste pour le plaisir. Le repère de Clive. La musique est tellement bien. Ouais. Heureusement, ils te font pas payer 40 000 vigiles pour acheter ça, quoi. Mais toi, t'es trop survivaliste, en fait. Je te vois bien passer un documentaire à la télé, quoi. Alors aujourd'hui, on retrouve Silly qui va nous expliquer pourquoi il faut se préparer à l'apocalypse.
How may I help you today?
Bon, ça va, les relations entre les... C'est un sociogramme, mon pote. Alors là, qu'est-ce que c'est, ça? Ambroisie. Ah, c'est son chocobo. Ah, carrément. Ok. Bon, jusque-là, je pense que c'est assez... Ah! Putain, mais en plus, ça change avec le temps. Ok. Ok, bon, bah, ouais, c'est sympa. C'est au cas où t'arrêtes de jouer pendant un moment et du coup, tu te souviens plus de rien. Ça, c'est bien aussi, la situation géopolitique, c'est cool. Ouais, mais exactement, mais c'est trop bien, mec. Je trouve ça trop bien, moi. Non, vraiment, c'est une bonne idée. Imagine, j'arrive pas à finir le jeu avant de partir en vacances. Là, ma gueule au bout de 3 semaines sans avoir joué, quoi. Je vais arriver, je vais faire Shiva, c'est quoi? Je crois pas, non. Pas à ma connaissance.
Blood was spilled, bones were broken. The usual. But somewhere in the middle of it all, Martha vanished without a word to anyone. And that ain't like her, Clive. Something's not right.
You think this was planned?
course it really was. Ever since Eastport, the Empire's been tightening its grip around the Duchy's balls. They've strung up everyone who's ever set eyes on a runaway, claiming they're traitors to the Holy Throne, conspiring to restore the House of Rosfield to power. I know it sounds like the bastards have turned their attentions to the pallbearers meek enough to stay put. Naturally, old Martha could see the way the wind was blowing, complained that it was getting harder and harder to take bearers in.
And now she's missing. If she's fallen into the hands of the Empire, we could be next.
Couple of curse breakers are already on their way to the inn. They should help speed up the search. But if this is as bad as I think it is, you might end up having to save their asses and all.
Don't worry, Otto. I'll make sure everyone gets home safe.
Viens me voir un peu plus tard. Ouais, super. Alors attends, se rendre à l'auberge de Martha. Il y avait un truc pour... C'était pas genre chronique ou un truc comme ça. Il y avait un truc pour savoir les missions annexes. Oula, oula, oula. Donc ça, c'est tout ce qu'on a fait. Putain, on en a fait autant. Incroyable. C'était pas ça. C'était un mec alors? C'était quoi? Comment on faisait? Putain, j'ai oublié. Ah, il y a une mission là. Mais genre carrément, tu pouvais te TP. Putain, il faudrait que je reprenne ma vidéo sur YouTube pour savoir comment on fait quoi. Non, les points rouges, c'est la quête principale, donc c'est tout ce qu'on a fait. Les quêtes annexes, c'est les vertes.
Finish with that log. Welcome back, Sid.
Damn blighted bilge. Is everything all right?
Aside from the holes in my hull, everything's roses.
The lake water doesn't agree with it then?
That's one way of putting it. And unless you got some grand scheme to suck the black from the lake like we do in the atrium, that slurry will keep eating away at the timber like young Tech does our lemon tarts. Suppose a coat of pitch might stave off the rot for a moon or so, assuming we had any pitch, which we don't. Not any bloody more. Doubt the old tub's got more than a dozen runs left in him.
Qu'est-ce que c'est que ce truc vert là qui veut me filer?
Of course, Obolus. Your skiff is our only means of reaching the mainland. Without it, we'd be lost.
Well, I'm glad someone round here sees it that way. To make pitch, you need pitch trees. But in case you haven't noticed, live trees are one of the 1,000 things sorely lacking in the Deadlands. Now, I'm not so unkind as to ask you to fell a faraway forest and lug the logs back here to the mere, which is why we'll be needing a suitable alternative. And it just so happens I once heard the thorny pitchers of Curltail Falls cover themselves in a sticky wax to trap birds and beetles and whatnot. Might be enough to tide me over.
Sounds easier than felling a faraway forest. That's for certain.
Tous blabla pour aller buter 3 monstres. Hein. Ok. Putain, ça m'emmerde. Ou alors c'était un gars qui disait ça, je sais plus, putain. Bon, de toute façon, faut se barrer. Faut se barrer où? Pas ici, visiblement. Ok, donc faut aller là pour la mission annexe. Mais on n'a pas d'autre. Je suis en train de voir s'il n'y avait pas liste d'activités. Bon, c'est bon. Je peux descendre? Bah ouais, la classe. Ça va plus vite.
Easier than felling a forest, I said. Trees don't have teeth.
Donc tu meurs Oh, t'es sérieux? You lose.
I can't imagine Obelus needing any more than this. Time to head home.
Ah, maintenant, il faut sortir de la zone pour pouvoir accéder à la carte. Oui, parce que ça, je peux pas me TP avec ça, non. Ça me permet de me TP ici, mais pas avec. Voilà. Il faut que je descende.
Finish with that log. Welcome back, Sid.
Well, find is one.
Ugh. Reeks like a chocobo's arse.
Argo. So your boat hasn't...
Yeah. Same as me old man. He was a ferryman himself back before the block.
Alors c'est quoi ces trucs qui me filent là, les trucs verts là? Médaille de force, ok.
What happened here?
Voilà.
We need to find the others.
En même temps, c'est un peu la chasse aux sorcières en ce moment-là.
I'm sorry, Sid. We were too late. The Imperials have already left.
We're best off staying where we are for now, I reckon.
Let's get you to a physical.
Sid? What said you'd be coming?
Trust you don't mind. Also thought you might need some help. And it appears he was right.
You could say that, yes.
They're saying the Imperials ascended like a storm. No one was spared their fury. Martha tried to step in and calm things down. All our efforts got her were a pair of iron shackles and hardy hands.
Any idea where?
Judging by their tracks, they headed towards Sorrowwise Bay.
To the Abbey, sheltering Martha's bearers.
The bastards. Jill and I will go after them. You take care of the people here.
We will. But, before you go, one of the locals heard something. He said the soldiers were talking about a culling. I don't know how big this is, but it doesn't sound good. Be careful out there, Sid.
You do the same.
Vite fait, je regarde s'il y a rien à faire ici.
Cole is right. That was no tavern brawl. It was a message.
But a culling. Bearers are the property of the Empire. The garrison wouldn't have the authority to act alone. The orders would have had to have come from higher up.
We am not alone. Merde. Oh merde, il s'est touché, il n'est pas vu arriver quoi. Allez, cours un peu là.
Up ahead. Martha, you heard?
Don't worry about me. It's them at the Abbey who need you. You have to do something.
Tell us what happened.
What happened? The damn Black Shields, that's what happened.
The Black Shields.
The bastards caught wind. The Abbot and I were helping bearers. They were gonna hang us both. When the sick rose from their beds, poor souls turned on the Imperials. Distracted them long enough for me to get away.
Then they may still be alive. Martha, do you think you can make it
They
back
may.
to the inn? Cole is there with the other curse breakers.
I think so. Thank you, Clive.
Black Shields. Is this some sort of twisted joke? There has only ever been one Order of Shields in Rosaria, and they fought to defend all her citizens.
Seems a step too far, even for the Empire.
Ah, c'est maintenant que tu utilises tes pouvoirs, toi, contre des merdes. Les pauvres.
Are we too late?
Bah, ils y étaient déjà, d'après ce qu'elle a expliqué Martha, quoi.
No.
I thought you lot were all spent.
Murderers. They drove the bearers to this.
Wait. These two aren't turned.
That bitch of an innkeeper must have sent them. Colluding with the enemies of the Empire is a serious offense.
Ah, les boucliers noirs.
Their crimes shall they be punished. Such is the law.
Ah, les mecs, à mon signal, déchaînent les enfers.
That we may purge the night and
Sont belles leurs
welcome
armures.
lasting dawn. On these our swords we swear.
How dare you speak those words? Have you no honor?
Clive,
This won't take long.
Je me suis tout fait toucher là, mais j'ai pas spécialement compris exactement. Et le mec, il est à l'intérieur de l'herbe là. Il est pas sur l'herbe, il est dans l'herbe. il y a eu un problème là. Bon, on les a démontés.
Is that all of them?
I think so.
On guérit ces trucs, je sais pas ce que c'est quoi. Les trucs verts là.
I didn't see the abbot. He may still be alive.
Mais still be alive, mais quoi. Ah! Allons voir les compétences. 895.
The abbot.
The bearers died protecting him. Calling upon what little magic they had left in their bodies.
Clive. He's breathing.
We're friends of Martha. We're here to help.
Are the Imperials dead?
They are. Every last one.
If only that were true. The Black Shields will return. The cuttings will continue. Rosaria will never be saved unless we save her. Tell Mother to beg Sin's aid and tell her this wasn't her fault.
I shall.
In here! We found a survivor!
Clive.
No more. Survivor no more.
He's gone.
We've laid the abbot to rest. But the bearers, they didn't need to die like this.
No, they didn't. But it was their choice. They knew the fate that awaited them and chose to meet it on their terms, fighting for those who fought for them.
Martha said they rose from their beds, threw themselves at the Imperials so she and the Abbot could escape.
I've gathered the bearers' remains. We should consign them to the tide.
There's a drawbridge not far from here. Radix jump. The currents there are swift. If the Abbot was still with us, he'd have taken the dust there himself and performed the casting. I'll get someone to...
I'll do it.
Of course. Cole and I will remain here and see to the Imperials.
Et ben c'est parti. Je me suis étouffé en mangeant tout à l'heure mon gars et depuis je m'en sors pas quoi. Attends, je prends la bonne route? Ouais c'est bon. Oh tiens. Ah d'accord, ah, super. Harryman, cible d'élite, rang C. Oh putain, il y a une récompense pour ça. On peut trouver aux 4 coins de Valicia des ennemis extrêmement dangereux que l'on appelle les cibles d'élite. Les vaincre permet d'obtenir des récompenses et des matériaux rares. Il est toujours possible de fuir après avoir engagé le combat. Oui, bah non, hein, on va le faire. Hein. Allez, mon gars. Oh merde, s'il me tape. Qu'est-ce que je fais? What the fuck? Mais c'est une blague! Putain. Ah. Allez, c'est parti.
This one.
Je me perds dans les coups. Ah, ah, ah. Ah, casse-toi, casse-toi, casse-toi! Putain! What? Mais j'ai le droit de le taper, oui! Allez, on va le finir. Bon, ça devient le bordel les combats. Moi, j'ai du mal à suivre après. Hein.
You didn't see that coming.
Ok.
That must be the bridge.
Je me fais chier pour 10 Gilles, sérieux? Putain, c'était trop dur de faire une animation où il tenait le sac et de faire de la poussière qui tombe.
And now they are truly free.
What of the Imperials?
The pyre was made. It's more than they deserve. We should go back. Cole is worried about Martha.
All right.
Franchement, ils auraient pu faire genre, ils coupent ses cheveux pour qu'elle ait l'air un peu d'avoir évolué en 5 ans, quoi. Là, ils sont fringués pareil, ils ont la même gueule. Enfin, lui, il a un peu évolué, mais elle, mais pas du tout, quoi. Un petit peu dans son comportement, sa manière de parler, mais bon, ça méritait mieux que ça, quoi.
Thank you, Founder. Thank you, Phoenix.
Phoenix, il est dans le coin, mais pas là à vous protéger, les gars.
I'm glad Martha's safe. Both for her sake and the town's. This place wouldn't be the same without her.
They call themselves our country.
What are you after?
Putain, mais sans déconner, ils ont rien, quoi.
Take care out there, eh?
We'll return to the hideaway as soon as we've finished our ministrations.
No one survived then?
I'm sorry. Before he passed, one of them bade me tell you not to blame yourself.
Doesn't mean I won't. Doesn't mean the blood's not on my hands. Cole said you cast their remains. That was good of you. But it should have been me. This was all my fault.
How? You couldn't have known.
But I did. And I turned a deaf ear to the warnings like the fool I am. The rumors started moons ago. Of black-clad devils descending on villages in the dead of night to slit the throats of sleeping bearers. But I assumed it was all just nonsense concocted by the Empire. Nothing but a ghost story meant to make folk think twice about lending a hand to a fugitive bearer.
And in ordinary times you would have been right. What these Black Shields are doing is unthinkable. Which begs the question, why do it at all? My mother obviously has a hand in this. I cannot make sense of her actions.
And picking what goes on in that woman's head is a job for someone with more time on their hands. Right now, I need swords and men to wield them, preferably big ones. If those Imperials think they can come in here again and threaten my people, they're in for a rude awakening. Oh, before I forget, a Stolas from Otto landed just before you arrived. He asked me to tell you that Gav has returned.
Then we must as well. Will you be all right here, Martha?
We can stay longer if you wish.
No need. I'll be ready should the Imperials come calling. Though I wouldn't turn my nose up if you were to lend me a pair of them strapping young curse breakers.
If you don't mind, Sid. I'd like to stay here with Martha.
Arthur's a stout soul, all right. Anyone else would be out cold after what she's been through.
Ok.
Best off staying where we are for now. Try not to move.
Oi! You handy with that sword of yours? Of course you are. Bet you're a bloody marvel with the thing. Now, question is, are you willing to use it or not? Because a flock of noble chocobos are in need of help.
Chocobos?
You heard me right. Wild birds? Hmm? The big ones? And not just any chocobos at that. Whiteheart and her flock are the bravest birds you ever did see. They protect travelers.
Le Japon de retour.
Bandits and the like.
Chocobos. Fighting bandits.
Ah oui, là c'est digne de Yakuza. Là.
They saved me from a gang of footpads only yesterday. Nasty lot they were too. And now they're back, looking to settle the score. Well, go on then. Don't just stand there. Go and help them.
Déjà, tu me parles autrement, déjà.
All right.
There's a good lad.
Where can I find these chocobos?
I saw him cut across the way over yonder. The rotten scoundrels were driving the poor things towards the old dock. It's a dead end, that is. You save Whiteheart and dock, you hear me? There ain't a pluckier bird in all the world. She's a hero to us locals. And don't worry, you'll know her when you see her right enough.
I'm sure I will.
And good luck to you. And give those no-good bastards a hiding from me.
Alors maintenant, ils te filent des pièces vertes et je sais pas c'est quoi ces pièces vertes, ça m'en fout depuis tout à l'heure. J'ai dû rater l'info quand ils ont expliqué parce que... Ah, mais c'est son ancien chocobo à lui.
I thought Ambrosia was one of a kind. Speaking of brave birds. Looks like they went that
Je sais
way.
pas. On s'en fout, on trouvera bien un marchand qui le réclame. À ce moment-là, on saura à quoi ça sert. Je me suis fait toucher là? Les gros monstres sont parvenus là, il y avait des gros gars. Ah bah si, il est là-bas.
These chocobos aren't going down without a fight.
Over here! This one. Get him.
Allez, on y retourne. 21 283.
This one. Over here.
Je sais pas. Non, ils étaient là déjà la dernière fois. Enfin, qu'est-ce que t'appelles les élites? Ces espèces de gros monstres là? Ou celui qu'on a eu tout à l'heure là, l'espèce de globe là?
We got you cornered, Feathers. You didn't think you'd seen the last of us, did you? You've been bad for business.
Ouais, je sais pas, non, de ce que j'ai compris, ils se baladent sur le monde, des fois tu peux les trouver.
Your head on their wall.
Not around here, they weren't.
J'imagine qu'il faut tous les buter pour pouvoir forger la dernière arme du jeu.
She's something of a hero in these parts. You hurt her, and I hurt you.
Piss off. Or better still, how about we hurt you both?
All right then. But don't say I didn't warn you.
Mais rien qu'à son allure, tu sais. Ah merde, j'avais pas le bon. Allez, regroupez-vous tous là, allez. Oh le pauvre. Ah là, ils sont là. On va se débarrasser des petites merdes. Voilà. Allez, il reste plus que toi. Sûrement, on va regarder. Je me demande si c'est pas ce qu'il y a sur le tableau de la base là. Tu sais avec le chocobo là, avec le Mog. Maintenant qu'on sait c'est quoi, à mon avis le Mog va nous dire où est-ce qu'ils sont et on n'aura plus qu'à aller les chercher.
You're safe now. White Hart, I presume. Do you know her, boy? That scar. It couldn't be.
Et si, elle a survécu.
Yourself a flock.
Oi! Is it over? I thought I'd come and see how you were getting on. Oh, you sorted the bastards then. I knew you would. And the whole flock made it through unscathed.
Thankfully they did. And not only that.
Well, I'll be. I never stopped to think our hero here might once have been someone's mount. Though I dare say she'd suit a fine fellow like yourself. Reckon our feathered friend must have learned a thing or two from her master. Kind-hearted warrior that you are. A bird like her would have cost a princely sum. You born a lord or something?
Well,
Oh, no, sorry. I didn't mean to pry. No matter who you are, you done right by me.
What is it, girl?
She wants her master back, I reckon. Told you, and it seems her pals agree.
Is that it? You want to come with me?
Well, bugger me if this ain't a heartwarming sight. Lads down the stables will be hearing about this tonight. Oh, stay right where you are. Doesn't she cut an handsome figure, eh?
She does indeed. How much do I owe you?
Ah, a few scraps of leather's the very least I owe old Whiteheart. Oh, I'll be sad to see her go, of course. But she's earned her right to happiness and more besides. Don't you worry, we'll get along just fine without her. You hear that, Whiteheart? You've earned yourself some time off. You have fun traveling with your master now. You seem awful familiar now I get a proper look at you. That's it. When those chocobos swarmed my car on the road, didn't you? No. Look, that can't be right. That fellow was a bearer.
Must have been my double.
Oh, must have been.
Oh là là, mais il avait un tatouage un peu à la place de la cicatrice que tu as sur la joue. Mais ça pouvait pas être toi.
Anyhow, best be on my way. Good luck to the both of you.
You take care of your flock for now. I'll call you when I need you.
D'accord. Là, mon tour est disponible, on va pouvoir marcher encore plus vite. Alors, comment on fait? Il suffit de maintenir R3 dans une zone extérieure pour l'appeler et appuyer sur croix pour monter dessus, ok? Ouais. Alors, sprint, arrêt, ok. Bon, maintenant où est-ce qu'on est censé aller? Nulle part ici. Ah mais je suis même pas obligé de descendre pour récupérer les objets. Ah merde, elle est partie. Et comment ça se passe en cas d'attaque de monstre? J'imagine qu'on descend automatiquement. Ah, arrête-toi, arrête-toi. Ah, je peux attaquer avec le chocobo, la classe. Je fais ça pour voir Si on gagne quelque chose, tuer les monstres avec les chocobos, non. Peut-être.
Where's Gav?
I hear there's trouble in this area.
Ah, Clive! How I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
Well, the two nations beat their shields. The rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming. It's time we moved on the mother crystals. Four mother crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome.
10 ans après.
In Dalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the
Ça me fait penser à FF7 quand ils attaquent les centrales là.
The bulk of the Republican army march into Twinside. Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's Breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rossfield.
Lord Byron Rossfield of the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rossfield. And you're a Rossfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune, along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh?
Ah. Contrat d'élite. Regarde, ils y sont les contrats d'élite. Alors, vous pouvez désormais accéder à ces nouveaux services au repère, le comptoir des quêtes, le comptoir des récompenses et le tableau des contrats d'élite. C'est parfait. Voilà, en fait, c'était pas dans les menus, l'histoire des quêtes, là.
What are we waiting for, indeed?
Alors, par contre, je sais pas où ils sont. Objet de valeur sentimentale, chronique de Viviane, tableau des contrats d'élite, comptoir des quêtes. Ah, ok, c'est là. Ok.
Your uncle always seemed a kindly soul, if a little eccentric.
That room's as ragged as...
So Mather's all right.
What's the matter, Nectar? The hunt board? It's where the curse breakers post sightings of particularly fearsome beasts. Those that might pose a threat to our operations if they were left to roam. Just because they can't be dealt with when they're spotted, doesn't mean they can't be dealt with later. Right. Well, leaving your mightiness, the people of Valisthea are going through a lot already. What with the Blight and the war. The last thing they need is ungodly fiends terrorizing them on top of everything else. So then perhaps I can. I don't think so.
Bla bla bla. Bla bla. Il est possible de consulter la liste des périodes Claude, en quoi tableau des les informations sur les apparitions et les récompenses y sont inscrites. De nombreux contrats y sont ajoutés en progressant dans l'épopée. Ok. Donc tu vois, on peut pas tous les faire d'affilée. Donc lui, il est déjà mort, ça c'est bon. Le marchand ambulant de Van Norvan a récemment évoqué la présence d'une créature ailée semblable à une harpie qui se trouverait sur la route du fort. Même si cette histoire pourrait être simple raconta et recommandé à ceux qui traversent la région de faire usage de prudence. Ah putain, tu peux pas les cibler. Donc elle c'est Valnoran, Norvan. Merde, attends, je vais prendre en photo. Sur la route du fort. Le dragon a aperçu au sommet de la colline qui surplombe l'Estange. Il est de taille ordinaire, mais mieux vaut l'éliminer avant que son appétit ne le pousse à s'attaquer au bétail. Ouais, le lieu est en bas. Hop. Ok, bon. Alors, allons voir. Le comptable. Gauthier comptable.
Clive. Oh. And Sid. He's still with us too. Oh, same old. So, quick look.
Ok, il n'y a pas de quête, on a tout fait. Parfait. Ok, très bien. Alors, et elle?
Oh, Clive.
The patron's whisper. Does that mean... So...
Oh, no. That's still me. It's just Karen has her toll. Blackthorn has his hammer. I thought a new name might... I still catalogue every item that arrives, in addition...
D'accord, en fait, elle récupère les... quand tu aides quelqu'un, elle récupère les trucs. Ok.
Words are immortal. Business is busy. Still. Your benefactors are a generous lot.
Cool. En fonction de son niveau de réputation. Putain. Ah, c'est ça, les trucs verts. C'est le niveau de réputation. D'accord. Le niveau de réputation augmente en terminant des quêtes et en abattant des sites d'élite. Ok. D'accord.
All yours. I gave you that one, didn't I? You earned this.
D'accord. Bague de berserker.
Come on, I may have more for you.
Ok. Cool. Bah alors le mec me dit qu'il n'y a pas de mission et il y en a une juste devant moi quoi. Deux secondes. Ah merde, j'aurais pu faire le tour par là. Hey Sano, putain, ce sera plus simple de te parler là quoi. Mais t'es sûr là, tu veux pas te faire... J'ai pas envie de te spoiler là. Attends.
Once the Dalmecs have laid siege to the Dominion, very little will be leaving Twinside, including the many medicines distilled there.
Bah arrête de spoiler, va-t'en de là. Va-t'en de là, tu vas te faire spoiler là, qu'est-ce que tu fous ici? T'es un fou toi. Non, non. Attends. Non. Oui, oui, je vais y aller, je vais y aller. Il faut quand même que j'aille là.
So, that's how Hugo Kupka was able to prime that night 5 years ago.
Mais à plus, ouais. C'est ça. Va tendre ce stream là.
While conjuring magics requires a bearer to draw ether from the air around them, priming requires a dominant to draw it from their very self.
Go on. What's the matter, Sid? You look as pale as the day your predecessor slung you in the cell next to mine. Not about to have another fit, are you? Of course you are. You're a changed man now. We both are.
Dress is simply fabulous. Isn't it though?
Bon, je suis paumé là. Je pensais qu'on pourrait passer, mais on peut pas. Ah, peut-être par en bas là. Ah, peut-être par en bas. Ah bah non. Putain, je découvre des trucs que j'avais pas vu par contre.
That room's as ragged as...
Think it's alright to touch him?
Won't be long now, Martel. See, I was hoping to speak to you.
Is everything all right?
Oh, yeah, it's just, well,
It's good to know that something of the old hideaway still lives on.
Martel's pride and joy. It was a sapling when she rescued it from the rubble, but look at it now. All our hard work's finally paying off. I took it on, you see, after she died, and now the fruit's finally ready to eat. And not only is it ready, it's actually tasty. Sweet as you like, in fact. She bred the bitter right out of it.
Impressive. And welcome news to more than a few, I'd say.
I thought this first harvest could go to the curse breakers, on account of all they do for the hideaway. You couldn't take them some, could you?
It'll be nice being the bearer of good news.
She always had a soft spot for that lot, see? And once they've had their share, I'll see to it that everyone else gets some. Here you go. Martella. You hear that, Martel? Today's finally the day.
À savoir pourquoi Martel c'est devenu Marielle, mais on n'est plus à ça près de toute façon. Ah, ça me manquait. Va distribuer de la bouffe, va distribuer des fruits. Final Fantasy XVI, 150 heures de jeu passionnante. Non, je déconne, le jeu il est bien, mais les side quests j'en peux plus quoi.
Did you come through the forge today?
Merde, c'était pas par là. Ouais, comme ça, je vais peut-être apprendre par où pour passer pour faire le tour par ici.
And you say Sid built this place?
D'accord.
You two look like you could use something to eat. Here, courtesy of Martel.
Je sais pas pourquoi on doit valider le truc. Il a qu'à juste leur filer en fait.
Weren't she the girl from the Furrows?
Of course she was. An odd sort, that one. Loved plants more than people.
Aye, and brave as a bane might. Remember when she ran back into the hideaway to collect them trees when Titan attacked? Wait.
These aren't those apples, are they? Well, I'll be. She'd have been proud, and rightly so. Thank you, Sid.
Peut-être.
A gift from the backyard.
Blimey, these take me back. I haven't seen a hideaway apple since. Old Sid was the only one who could stomach the things. He'd nab 'em right from the branch, make Martel livid. Not that anyone could stay mad at the man for long.
That sounds like the Sid I knew, all right.
Planning on keeping that lot to yourselves, were you? Hang on. These aren't Martels, are they? I'm glad to see someone carried on what she started. Can't have been easy, not the dead ones. Reckon she'd be happy knowing all our hard work didn't go to waste. Clive, tell the lad down in the backyard to run some over for me, will you?
Ça va être compliqué, mon gars. Il y a qu'un seul arbre et il reste 3 pommes dessus.
Well, I've got some manners at least. Thanks, Sid. You can leave the basket with me. I'll see that the others get their share. Oh, and give our compliments to the gardener, won't you?
That was the last of the apples. I should head to the backyard and
Oh non, mais oh, c'est relou ça. Ah, téléphone, je reviens. Heureux.
Pay the boys down in the backyard a visit to tell them
Bon, c'était beaucoup plus long que je le pensais. Hein. Désolé. Là, faut que je regarde les messages et tout. Désolé. Non, ça a été long parce que ils ont essayé de me vendre un truc et d'habitude je les envoie balader direct, mais en fait là c'était intéressant donc donc du coup j'ai fait. Je m'attendais pas à ce que ce soit aussi long. Bon alors qu'est-ce qu'on voulait nous? Ah oui, retourner au jardin. On va passer par là, ce sera plus simple je pense. Alors 2 secondes. Non, c'était un mec. Bon, après, on est en 2023. Hein. C'était peut-être Julie avec une voix de mec.
Cursebreakers send their thanks and their compliments. They were clearly very fond of Martel.
They remembered her. After all these years. I suppose she was very kind, even to a tongue-tied lummox like me. You were one of the good ones, Martel. Why did you have to die? She put everything into her work. She wasn't going to rest until we had fruit sweet enough to enjoy. And now we do. When she died, I named a sapling after her. And now it's a full-grown tree. Martel lives on through the fruit it bears.
And through you. Her dream would have died with her, had you not kept it alive. That's something to be proud of.
I didn't do anything, really. Thank you. You're kinder to me than I deserve.
By the way, Otto's expecting some of your crop. And I wouldn't mind some of it either, if that's not too much to ask.
Of course not. I'll see that you're both well provided for. They like your fruit, Martel. Isn't that wonderful? I'd say it's about time we planted you some siblings, don't you think?
Les mecs, on n'avait pas besoin de passer un quart d'heure sur le fait qu'ils étaient contents d'avoir des pommes. Bon, ça c'est fait, maintenant on peut se barrer, j'espère. Attends, où je vais là? Non. Je vais me rallonger. Ah. Ok. Bon, on peut sortir là, maintenant on peut se barrer du coup. Se rendre à la falaise des Hobros via la map monde. Ok. Non, tout droit. J'allais dire on va se faire les monstres, mais on peut pas parce que de toute façon on peut aller nulle part ailleurs que là. Donc.
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to lieutenants? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
FF16 c'est Elden Ring pour les nuls en gros quoi. Enfin au moins il y a du scénar.
Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
Come on.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We'll visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Oh mais ils sont sérieux là? Non mais on va mettre 20 ans là, oui. Comment je descends? Ouais peut-être. Bon en fait je vais rester à pied hein, puisque comme ça on se fait tous les combats parce que sinon... Bon les pauvres chocobos ça m'embête de les tuer, ils sont mignons les chocobos quoi. Bon les abeilles j'ai moins de scrupules j'avoue. Oh. C'est le pays des drumes ici ou... Mais pourquoi je vais par là en fait? Parce que du coup, c'est à 140 mètres de ce côté-là, quoi. Je ne fais que passer les chocobos, pas la peine de m'agresser, merci. Attends. Ne m'agressez pas les chocobos, j'ai pas envie de vous tuer. Ah bon, tant pis. Ouais, carrément.
Mockery of justice is what it is. Lord Elgin would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you! Thought they were loyalists.
Jill, look.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn. 'Twould be a pity to make examples of you all, for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
All right, I heard you the first time.
J'arrive. Hein.
You're a long way from home, aren't you? Are you well?
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There've been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants, the Empire gets.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the culprits. You'd have to be dull as a sack of stones to think you could take on the Empire.
Et donc c'est toujours pas shady le fait d'avoir une grosse cicatrice sur la joue pile à l'endroit où les esclaves ont le tatouage. J'ai envie de te dire, je pense que dans cet univers ils ne connaissent pas Détective Conan.
There was a time my husband might have stood up to those men. Though back then, he wouldn't have needed to.
Interroger les habitants du rameau. D'accord. Ben voilà. C'est celui-là là-bas.
Word is, Porty soldiers closed their gates to all but the Highborn, and now a great camp sprung up along the walls.
Run along now, before one of the boys starts thinking you're something you're not.
What did those knights want, Father?
Un jeune rêveur.
You seen him, didn't you? I'm sorry. The Black Shields. Just now. You seen him, didn't you? At least I think they was Black Shields. Can't say I ever saw one before.
Was this the first time they visited the village?
What do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be harboring firebrands. Huh. If only we were. I might have turned him in and become a Black Shield myself.
J'ai pas l'impression que ce soit le cas là. Hein. Afrique ou non, dans FF16, j'ai pas l'impression que ils peuvent se faire affranchir. Hein.
Greetings, friend. We are travelers.
I know that. What do you want?
We couldn't help noticing those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing. I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you. You are to leave Amber and never come back.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit. This village will not become another East Pool.
Then we shall be on our way. These people leave with a knife to their throats.
Objection!
In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Bah écoute, si on en croise un le long du jeu, je te dirais que tu avais raison.
Sorry, it's nothing. We still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are, the Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But other than Martha, who else in Rosari would have the courage to stand against the Empire? A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials do? Perhaps the next village will yield more answers.
Perhaps.
This pass will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
Qu'est-ce qu'ils font là eux?
What do you think is waking them? The mother crystals collapse?
I have an idea. You're not going to like it.
Merde, il y a plusieurs chemins là. On va être obligé de marcher en cercle là. Ah, relou, relou. On va passer par en bas. C'est le bon chemin là? Ah non. Après, je prendrai le chocobo et je partirai de l'autre côté, ça ira plus vite. Il y a un putain d'œuf là. Dégage. Merde. Celui-là a bien fait mal. Là. Ah putain, c'est un coffre ça. D'accord. Tiens, le chevalier noir, pour toi. Oh les pauvres. Oh là là là. On va passer par là. Et après on remontera. Un coffre. Hein.
Run like the wind.
Thanks, girl.
Over here!
Quand même, je trouve que l'électricité fonctionne mieux sur les robots. Ok, c'est bon, on a fait le tour.
Let's go.
Allez, descends! Mais descends! Oh, la surprise! Oh là, il y a du sang. Là.
Blood, Clive.
And still wet.
You were told to stay in your homes.
The Black Shields.
You know who we are. And still...
Oui, c'est ça. C'est qu'en fait, techniquement, vous faites pas peur, les gars.
You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation. To
Mm-hmm.
dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these, our swords we swear.
Say that again. I'll show you a true sorcerer's area.
On leur lave rien, hein.
Tell me what I want to the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Why, you... We come bearing a message. Your friends have been found. The branded you freed from our camps. They await you in Ordeal. Guardians of the Flame.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry.
À tous les coups, ils vont être morts. Hein. C'est juste pour les vénères hein, qui dit ça.
Find something, boy. Death.
Quelle surprise!
Found her.
Lol, ok. Les saucisses de Toulouse.
But why? Why would anyone?
I don't know. I never
Salut.
simply understood her. But this...
Oh, Clive.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
Je veux savoir pourquoi il a chassé les corbeaux, si c'est pour se barrer et les laisser attachés là.
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
Bon, je peux fouiller un peu ou il n'y a rien à trouver ici? Et il n'y a rien à trouver, hein, ça, putain, ils les ont massacrés. Ils s'énervent pas assez, je trouve. Ils devraient s'énerver, là. Ils se transformer en Super Saiyan et tout péter, quoi.
We're approaching Buick Bridge. Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosalith.
Alors s'il fait ça, ils vont se faire repérer. Vu qu'à la base, ils voulaient infiltrer la ville pour péter le cristal en toute discrétion.
Didn't happen to come by way of Old Hill, did you? Saw some Imperials clad in black making just the other day. The next morning, you couldn't see the sun for all the ravens.
Ah bah, tu vas pas être déçu, mon gars, si tu vas.
I did, Mummy. I could hear him shouting from down the road.
Hush now. You didn't hear nothing.
Il y a un coffre là-bas. Putain, toujours plus toi. Monument érigé en l'honneur du 250e anniversaire de la fondation de l'archiduché de Rosalia. Ah, on est rentré à la maison. Que la gloire de la nation des roses fleurisse pour l'éternité. La même chose? Ok.
They tell us there's a curfew, but then refuse us passage.
Passage to the provincial capital is restricted to Imperial Army personnel.
The gates are closed. Become.
Malheureusement, depuis que Sid n'est plus avec nous, on n'arrive plus à ouvrir les portes en métal.
But this is their home.
I'm hungry.
The Empire would have us live in the Deadlands. You'll find no succor to the south travellers, nor beyond the Buet. The Empire has seen fit to banish us from our own land.
This is no time to ride. Ambrosia won't help me here.
Oh, il veut pas faire appel au chocobo, quoi. Pour une fois que je m'étais dit, j'en aurais eu. Ah. Ouais, il y a des monstres. Ouais, rien derrière. Vas-y, viens toi. Attends, on va finir le jeu au level 50, hein, sérieux. Ça avance pas les levels, hein, level 26. Là. Ah bon? Bon après, pas spécialement envie de faire que ça. Hein. Oh c'est mignon par là, regarde. Après ça doit être fermé, on peut pas y aller j'imagine.
Lazarus. What happened to this place?
My mother happened. The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance.
Et ta mother, c'est comme toi mon gars, c'est une réceptacle d'Ultima quoi.
We should start with the main gate. See what
On a rien à foutre des humains quoi, quels qu'ils soient. Et hop, au revoir. Allez, si tu m'agresses pas, je t'agresse pas. Tant pis. Stay down. Ah, voilà, mais pourquoi il tire par là? Il n'y a rien là-bas, n'importe quoi. Ah, bah voilà, 1800. Putain, c'est pas assez, sérieux. Ah, allez. Allez, lève-toi là, faut farmer. Ça mérite un petit coffre là d'aller jusque là, non? Bah non.
That's the main gate.
Ah si.
And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in.
Let us pass! My children are starving!
Have mercy. Iceland's dogs they are! You can't ignore us forever!
Let us in, or we'll die on your doorstep!
Better out there than in here!
More than enough for everything!
Fuck off! Hang the chinless bastards! Those crystals belong to us all! I said, where were you, filth? Back to your sties! Cut you down where you stand! Just try it!
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in.
Mais sérieux les mecs, transformez-vous et défoncez tout quoi.
I suspect everyone in that crowd.
Entre Ifrit et Shiva, il y a quand même de quoi défoncer toute la ville là.
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. The Lazarus. We'll find our way into the city there.
If you're sure. The entire place looks abandoned. Do you think it's safe?
As long as it is abandoned.
Ouais, je fais pause. Je vais dire bonjour à ma fille, je reviens.
News is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Allez, Elle.
Maybe they found who they were looking for.
Attends, on revient en arrière là.
This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
De la soie d'acier, mon gars. Ah, non.
Not abandoned then.
Oi! Visitors!
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out.
Mais pourquoi il fuit? C'est une blague. Waouh. Ah bah oui, on est fatigué, c'était dur.
One man fight like that, and he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died.
Ah, ils sont pas morts ceux-là, quoi.
Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to
Mais
fear
c'est
from us.
Wade, c'est son pote à l'âge du début du jeu.
Founder, it really is you.
It is. So wait.
We can speak inside.
Oui, tout à fait.
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye, the foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord, but in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge. Then so do we. Make ready. This is their main host.
If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So, Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
I suppose we owe you our thanks. At least you're not dead. You spared us when you could have just as easily sent us to the mud.
C'est clair que vous saviez pas à qui vous avez affaire. D'ailleurs, vous avez de la chance parce que la plupart du temps, quand on se bat contre des autres, ils meurent. Vous avez survécu. Ça arrange bien tout le monde, là. Cette épée de Gaïa que tout le monde vend et qu'on s'en fout. Qu'est-ce que c'est, ça? Je vais en acheter histoire d'en avoir un.
As you wish, my lord.
Putain, ça vaut 10 000.
I will be here should you need aught else.
Les élixirs, je les achèterai contre le boss de fin au cas où je meurs, quoi.
What is your plan? Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buett Bridge and provoke the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan. You haven't changed a bit.
So Wade, the bearers from Old Hill have been laid to rest. Very good. Now make ready for battle. As you command.
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace. Putting an end to the Black Shields.
And so we shall.
Pour Rosalia! Elle vient de rejoindre l'équipe. Les personnages temporaires font partie de l'équipe que sur la zone où vous vous trouvez. Et ils ne vous suivront pas si vous vous déplacez sur la map monde. Ok. On va enfin se faire ces connards de chevalier noir là. Et version full force. Tu te trompes, gars, moi c'est pas Phoenix. Hein.
Since they burned their first village. We tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
Fly, Ambrosia. Look at me sideways. Come along now.
The bastards are lucky.
There they are. On your command, my lord.
What is it now? I told you!
We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame.
Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields? Then come! Die along with your flame! For Azaria!
For Azaria!
Your petty revolution ends here. On these our swords we swear.
Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far bank!
Another wyvern to fight their battles for them.
Too slow.
More dragons! Worms. The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't say I'm flattered.
This one. Over here. Get him. Attack. Get him. Stick him.
A noble stand,
Ah,
albeit a misguided one.
il a quand même sacrément la classe, lui. Hein.
You have but proven our point. That this land is in dire need of cleansing.
Nice try. Too slow. This way.
There's no one left to keep them occupied. We need to finish this.
You ain't finish him.
Dégage toi la petite merde.
I don't see any more.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked. We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud. Lord, perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again. I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place. Yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must fight for it. As we always have, and always will. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die. And her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter.
Oui, enfin, il le connaît, il pourrait simplement lui dire c'est bon, quoi.
Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
Bah dis donc, à force d'avoir des broches, on va ressembler à des militaires généraux, quoi.
Unless you deserve it. If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need.
I know. Go on now, my lord.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance.
Ils vont peut-être vérifier.
Right, I guess my
Il a
uncle
plus son
believes
épée.
we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosefield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue! You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Maddo in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. You always were fond of that scene from The Saint and the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford. So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster.
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. Besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
Your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing. The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy. But now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Why then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass.
Salut.
This will be fun.
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she? Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days. Something on your mind?
Non, je restais juste là, à regarder l'horizon pour le plaisir.
When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that Lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
Ok, retour au repère. Gilou, le charisme de Tifa et Aerys combiné. Tu resteras dans mes mémoires.
Only the founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom. But Vivian could probably make an educated guess.
Ah, il y a plein de trucs à faire. Bon, je vais m'arrêter là. Je vais m'arrêter là. Je jouerai peut-être ce soir, ou peut-être pas. Je sais pas. Je te tiens au jus. Ok, allez, je sauvegarde. Les compétences, on n'a toujours pas les 2800 qu'il faut. 2300, putain, on n'est pas loin. Hop, petite sauvegarde. C'est parti. Voilà. Bon. Eh bien, bonne soirée. À tout à l'heure, peut-être. Sinon, à demain, éventuellement. Allez, salut!